gotta get it, Chris, I gotta get it. What's going on? It's your boy SB. So you've read the description correct. We are talking about the golden position at Amazon, and you see what vest I got on right now, so you already know what I'm finna talk about. I had a question on my favorite position because I did a whole video on the worst departments and the best departments. So I ended up getting a question on what's the best position you've had? What's your favorite position? My favorite, hands down, golden position is the PA. And just a quick overview, hands down, on why I think this is the best position in the building is because when you get this position down, the most difficult part is learning the information, learning how to code, learning how to track people, learning how to pull data. That's it. And if you're not really computer savvy, it may take you a little bit, maybe like a week. I've seen people with no computer skills learn it, and it's not that hard at all. But the reason why I think this is the golden position and why this is the golden position in my book is because when you get this position down, it's literally the easiest position because all you're doing in this position is overseeing. You have the benefits of the manager without the burden of the manager. You're basically just walking the floor. You're just overseeing everything. You're basically the assistant manager. And that's basically like the overview. That's the main reason, because you're getting paid more than the regular associates. You're doing less physically and you're overseeing. How is that not? That's the easiest thing. I've done the stowing. I've done the water spidering. I've done pallet running. I've done the VRC. I've done the unloading trailers on the dock. I encourage you, don't do that. They try to labor share you to the dark, to the dark. See, look, I call it the dark. To the dark side. They try to send you to the dark side, the dock. I'm not feeling too hot. I think I want to go get checked real quick. You don't want to go to the dock. I've done all those positions. Hands down, PA is the best. So who is this position for? I would think if you're not planning to make Amazon your career, but you know you're going to be there for a while, which is most people, even if you don't think so many people at Amazon, oh yeah, I'm only going to be here for a couple months. Yeah, I'm going to school full time and I'm going to be a doctor in 2 months. So I'm not going to be here that long. And they throw their little chin up every single time. If you work at Amazon, how many times have you heard somebody say this and a year later, you like, hey, you still here? And every time I would do that, people would start busting up. Literally, so many people who say that and they end up staying there. Listen, if you're going to be there for, I would say at least 2 years or at least a year and a half, go for this position. Reason, you're going to get paid more. This is the position that helped me get in position to get a home. You're going to get paid more. That overtime in this position is going to hit way more. Then you can pick up overtime shifts on your off days as a regular store or as a regular packer. Or if you're cool with other shifts, they'll have you run on their days. And it's super chill. It's easy money as a PA, hands down. And I'll even put it like this. My hardest PA days was nowhere near my hardest stowing days. It was nowhere near the hardest packing days. It's a whole nother ball game. Like in your hardest PA days, you're going to deal with some stress. The only time you're going to have hard days is depending on your manager. Whoever your manager is and whoever your team is, that will affect how your day goes in that PA position. And even with me having my worst manager on that manager's worst day, I would just walk away. Like, I'm just not going to hang around you if you're just a ball of stress. Like, I had a manager one time that was just a ball of stress. Literally one time, that's going to have to be a story time because that's some good content right there, but would literally follow me around. I'll go to the first floor, follow me to the first floor. Everything okay? Yeah, we're good. Go to the second floor, pop up there. Everything cool? Yeah, we're good. We're good. You feel me? Even to the point the associate was like, hey, she all right? I don't know what's going on in that person's life. I'm just trying to avoid the person. So even on that worst day, it wasn't compared to the worst day as a stower because I can still bounce around. I'm walking around. You feel me? I can just relieve stress walking around. I'm coaching all these different people. There's so much more to do as a PA to keep your mind busy, to keep you busy. And it's not the same repetitive thing. Hands down, PA is that golden position. If you're planning on being there for at least a year and a half, I would encourage you to do it. Hands down, less work physically. It may be a little stressful sometimes depending on you. You can control that. And this was something I would tell all the PAs, like, listen, don't let them stress you out. So when you have that mindset that you made it up, you're not going to be stressed. You're just going to do the best of your ability. That's it. You'll be good. Go for it. If you plan on being there for a little bit, I would go for that position. And on top of that, this is the highest paid regular associate level before you get into management, the matrix. You feel me? This is the highest level before you get sucked into the matrix. So you're not fully a part of the system and you're not fully a part of the people. You're in that nice small middle gap of being a PA. And like I've said in the other PA videos, I forgot, I don't know if I broke it down too much. I may have to go check it because I may have to break it down. But in a lot of times, you can be making more than an L4 in this position. That's a fact. I got plenty of L4 friends when I was in the warehouse, still know them to this day. That was always one of the things that they had issues with, was like, man, yeah, going into this manager position is dope, but I'm losing my overtime, which is really affecting their pockets. So that's another reason why that PA position is a golden position. Now, I'm not going to lie. Will it take some hard work to get into this position? Yes. And is there a guarantee you will get into this position? No, there's no guarantee you're going to get into any position. But the dope thing that what I always love about Amazon, it's so many opportunity. It's so much opportunity. If you're in a warehouse, you don't have to just go for your shift. Even if just for your shift, there's going to be a few opportunities, but you have, you got front half, you got back half, you got donut shift, you got night shift, you got day shift. All these different shifts are always shifting when it comes to PAs and different positions, because Amazon is always moving. Positions that's always being filled, positions that's always needing to be filled. So that's the dope thing about it. So I think if you go hard, I would give yourself a year. And if you put in hard work, you go check out my video, how to get promoted, tips to get promoted, all that good stuff. You go let your AM know, like, listen, I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to do this. Sometimes you do have them AMs who already have their mindset on a specific person. So they're not really going to they're not really going to endorse you. That's cool. That's the first thing, is knowing where your manager and where your AM teams are. Do they believe in you? Do they not? If they don't, that's cool. There's been so many people that I've encountered, like, oh man, well, my team don't believe in me and this. Okay, so what? There's people in my building I got hired with, the team wasn't behind them. Like, I 100% know that. I can't say how I know that, but they was not behind them. I said, listen, you got all the experience I have. Here's my resume. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that. But here, work on your resume and put in for another building. And guess what happened? They got the position. You have your whole building, and on top of that, there's plenty of Amazons across planet Earth. I'm telling you, that's a reason why Amazon is dope as well. If you especially live in a big state where there's Amazons all over the place, you can just transfer. Give yourself a year. Be like, yo, I want to work hard for a year. You have to make it known to your leadership team, this is where I'm trying to be. So even if they don't push you, and even though they don't endorse you, you can at least have them put you in all the positions to get the training. And honestly, if you can just get into that ambassador role, you're good. Ambassador role, and maybe get a little bit of PG in, and you can let them know, like, listen, or I don't even have to be a PA for this shift. If you could just help me get some training so I can use that for my resume, so I can get it for another shift, your AMs will not be mad. Honestly, they'll probably help you more because they don't have to lie and be shady and act like they're going to get you the position when they already have somebody else in mind. If they know you're trying to get it for another building, they'll get behind that, like, oh, bet, okay, well, let me get you the experience. Get that water spider briefly. Don't stay in any of these indirects too long, because if you kill it, they will try to keep you there. But get you some water spider experience, get you some problem solve experience, but definitely get into that ambassador, coach them classes, get your experience in that. And then if you can try to get, man, can I just train as a PG for maybe one day? Just ask them if you can just get some training, or just even if you just get the knowledge of it. Or let's say if the manager don't mess with you at all, if you know the PG, be like, hey, can you just give me some information? Ask a few questions. That's at least you'll have the information to then put on your resume. I'm telling you, I think it's worth going for. If you're going to be at Amazon for at least a year, 2 years, get into this position, because once you get in, you start working at overtime. Forget the overtime. Like I said, the first thing, it is easy. Physically, you're doing way less work. Mentally, yes, it can get there sometimes. It can get stressful, But the stress on being a PA compared to like a stress and the annoyance of being just a regular stower, like how annoying is it sometimes when you got an AM who just don't like you? And they just want to annoy you. You feel me? Like you stowing next to somebody, they want to come and, oh, I'm gonna move you over here. Or it's just so annoying as a regular associate. With a PA, it's different. So you have more freedom. I think my personal opinion is the golden position. But anyways, I have other videos on being a PA. Check my playlist, which is going to come up at the end. It's the whole Amazon experience. Go ahead and check that out. I'm gonna be doing some more as well. So be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe, but you have to be sure you hit that notification bell. If you just subscribe to somebody's channel, you may not see everything they post, but if you hit the notification bell, you will be notified when they drop those videos for the most part. And then also one last thing I forgot. So the only kind of thing that you have to be careful for as a PA, which cannot make it or break it, but it can make it less fun, is the manager you get and the team you're with. Even when I had a okay team, it was still fun. There was only one time, like I said, I had one manager who was way just doing the most. But even then, I still had fun. But even as a stower, even as a packer, it's the same thing. You can have a manager that's on your head on all stuff that's really is like, come on, really? But then you have a manager that's super cool and it really changes everything. So that's the only thing when it comes to being a PA that you may have to watch out for. It's just who your manager is going to be and who your leadership team is. But even if you get a bad leadership team, like I have never seen a person fired as a PA. It's so hard to get fired as a PA. I mean, if you go under your UPT, it's a fact. It's a wrap, in my opinion. No, but that's a fact. But if you're not performing well, I've only seen nobody really get removed from a PA position. Now, I've seen some pretty bad PAs. I'm probably gonna have to do a separate video on that as well, but maybe I shouldn't. But maybe I should. Anyways, this is your boy SB. Be sure to check out my new project. It's going to be in the description area. It's called Motivated, motivational music, positive music, inspirational music. Let's go.
Look, they say I couldn't do it, but I did. Turn stacks to a crib. Yeah, going up, going in. Let them sleep, bedtime, tuck them in. If I'm alive, I'ma live. Mama said if you gon' do it big. Yeah, motivated till the end. Never break, never bend. Finna have them like, whoa.